On the afternoon of Sunday, February 25th, 2024, Montgomery County Fire and Rescue crews were dispatched to Lifetime Fitness for the report of a patient in cardiac arrest. Upon the arrival of MCFRS crews, the patient was found to be lying on the floor of the gym with bystanders performing chest compressions. Witnesses stated that the patient was running on the treadmill when he passed out. When the patient fell from the treadmill, Lifetime Fitness manager Azam Mims and off-duty physician Dr. John Simmons rushed over to help. When they arrived at his side, the gentleman found the patient to be unresponsive and pulseless. Mr. Mims and Dr. Simmons initiated CPR, and the public access AED was located and brought to the patient's side. 911 was activated by another gym patron, and the call for help was answered by Public Safety Emergency Communications Specialist Mary Moultrip Evans. Ms. Moultrip Evans confirmed the patient was in cardiac arrest and assured the caller that fire and rescue resources were en route. Ms. Moultrip Evans confirmed that chest compressions were being performed at the appropriate rate and the AED was being utilized. At the conclusion of the fourth round of chest compressions, the AED analyzed the patient's cardiac rhythm and a shock was advised. Mr. Mims and Dr. Simmons delivered one shock from the AED, and the patient had a return of spontaneous circulation with palpable pulses and respirations present. Upon the arrival of Paramedic Engine 733, Paramedic Engine 723, and Ambulance 733, crews performed a quick assessment and confirmed the patient had a pulse and spontaneous respirations. The decision was made to nasally intubate the patient to protect his airway and assist ventilations via bag valve. The crew also worked together and obtained an initial set of vitals and placed the patient on the cardiac monitor. A 12-lead EKG was performed with a sinus tachycardia rhythm noted. Vascular access was obtained and ketamine was administered when the patient began to fight the nasal tube. The patient remained stable and was packaged for transport and moved to the EMS unit. En route to Suburban Hospital, the crew obtained a second IV site, monitored the patient's vitals and end tidal value, and continued to ventilate the patient via bag valve, transmitted the 12-lead EKG, and performed a medical consultation. Upon arrival at Suburban Hospital, care was transferred to the waiting emergency department staff. The patient was stabilized in the emergency department and admitted to the intensive care unit where his condition continued to improve. The chain of survival is integral to increasing the patient's chance of survival in the event of a sudden cardiac arrest. Thanks to the quick activation of 911, early defibrillation, and bystander CPR from Mr. Mims and Dr. Simmons, the knowledge, skills, and teamwork of the crews on scene, and the excellent care from Suburban Hospital, the patient was discharged home neurologically intact just 5 days later on March 1st, 2024. And Mr. Kalmeyer is here today. You must come up and say a few words.
Hi, everybody. I'd started writing a letter, and there were no words that one can really bring together to express gratitude to these guys and everybody who was involved. I have absolutely no recollection of what happened. I do know that I woke up and I recognized that I was in a ward at Suburban Hospital almost immediately, but that was the following afternoon. These guys were amazing. I've met them now for the first time, and I've learned that I can thank the broken ribs that I'm still nursing. I can thank probably the young lady, the nurse who performed CPR. And as Dr. John Simmons told me on the phone, he says it's a sign of good quality CPR to have broken ribs. But I am wearing a portable defibrillator. It's now 2 months on. Hopefully I will lose this brick soon. And I feel great, but it was nice to meet these guys for the first time today. Thank you, and thank you for everything.